Alright, in today's video we are going to be making what you see here below. It's a venison street taco. We made this with a whole front shoulder off of a deer that I was able to take back in October. This video kind of follows along with a video done by Chad Mendez. I'll leave that in the description of the video below so you can see his process. I've altered a few things with the recipe, but it's pretty much hand in hand with what he did. Go check his video out if you get some time. Let's go ahead and jump right into what you need to make these. The list is pretty simple as far as equipment and ingredients go. For equipment, I'm just using a deep aluminum oven pan. I picked this up from Dollar General for like $1.25. You just want something deep enough that's gonna hold the thickness of that shoulder in there without it overflowing. But then you want a pellet smoker as well. You could probably get away with numerous different methods, but for this we're going to be smoking it at 225, so pretty low and slow for a long period of time, and then we're going to bump it up to 300 degrees. So pellet smoker's great. You can control that temperature very well, but there's also other methods out there doing it. As far as ingredients go, you're going to want that venison shoulder, 2 to 4 bell peppers, doesn't matter what color they are, mix them up however you want. 2 cans of green chilies, adds a little bit of more flavor in there. If you're somebody that likes a lot of spice, you can probably get some hot peppers or something to put in there. We put 2 onions in there, chopped up, and also added 2 cans of Michelob Ultra to this. I think that we probably would have only added 1 if we could do it again. 2 seemed to be a little bit too much, and we ended up having to drain some of that juice out at the end, but there was definitely a lot in there. And then you're going to want 4 to 8 ounces or however much it takes to cover the shoulder in your favorite seasoning. Here I've got a video of what I'm using. I'm not going to name it. I don't want to get this video demonetized, so I'll show you the ingredients that's in that. But pretty straightforward as far as the ingredients and the equipment goes. You're just going to want to take some olive oil here and coat both sides of the shoulder, mix in the seasoning. I went with enough seasoning to where I could not see any of the original shoulder. It was covered in seasoning, and it gives it a nice crust after you smoke that thing for 2 hours. So don't be afraid to go heavy on the seasoning here. So once you've got the shoulder seasoned, you're going to go set the smoker at 225 degrees. It's going to be on there for about 2 hours, or an internal temp between like 130, 140, depending on what you're trying to achieve. For ours, we're just going to pull it after 2 hours, bring it back inside, add the peppers, add the onions, add the can of beer and the chilies, mix it up pretty good, cover it with foil. Then we're going to go set the smoker temperature to 300 and finish this cooking process off for about 5 hours. After it had been on the smoker for about 5 hours, we went out and stuck a probe in it, and we were between 170 and 180, which is plenty good enough. So we went ahead and pulled it. The next thing you're going to want to do, let it set for a minute, drain some of the liquid off, and then we took a knife and cut around the bone just to free it up and make it a little bit easier to separate and pull some of the pieces that were unwanted out. But after you've cut a part in that pan, you're just going to want to take 2 forks, or if you've got some kind of device that shreds the meat, you're going to take that, separate it as best as you can, and then you're going to want to pair this with some tortillas. We took queso, sour cream, guacamole, cheese, and then it's ready to eat. You've got yourself Venison Street Tacos, and these things were awesome.